What's up, everybody? I just want to make a quick video. Kind of excited. Got some deals going on. Some real estate deals. I know it's been a while since I made a video about real estate. Sorry, I just had a paper jam. I'm printing out some ebooks so I can read them in physical form. Anyways, real estate investing equals freedom. That's what I'm going to title this. So currently have 5 units. I have a single family house and I have a 4 unit that I bought last year. So I just made an offer on 2 houses today that it's actually a double and a single, so it's 3 units. The cash flow is going to be about $900 a month, positive cash flow. That's after everything. And I don't have property management on my units now, but I just got off the phone with a property manager, and it's gonna be pretty easy. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna have to do nothing. It's gonna be I mean, if you don't have property management, it's good to manage your own stuff at the beginning, which I don't think I'm gonna transition those over to that property manager just yet. After this deal goes through, but you know, it's good for you to understand some things and understand how everything works. But it's gonna be pretty easy. I mean, yes, if there's if there's tenant turnover, there's going to be fees, or if something needs replaced or fixed, there's going to be fees. But they charge 10% of the rents per month. So, there's a startup fee, which I haven't gotten into yet, but it's going to be pretty, I won't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? I won't have to worry about getting calls in the middle of the night about a toilet, which I never have as of yet, but I did actually have to replace. I replaced a wax ring on one of my units on one of the toilets, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, just really excited. Been looking at these properties. Been looking at a bunch of properties, and I'm doing on these. I'm doing regular bank financing, 20% down. These actually aren't. The price is not hateful at all. The area, I'd say it's like a C class, C minus maybe. Would I live there? I don't see any issues. I could live there. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't buy anything in a war zone, but everybody has to have a place to live, right? So, and another thing is, one of these units has a Section 8 tenant in there. So, when they've been there, everybody's been in there about 2 to 3 years on these units. So I've never dealt with Section 8, so the property manager said that basically there's some things that I have to sign, and that's it. So I didn't know if there was anything that I have to do on my end. So apparently not, just something I got to sign. So super excited about it. Just want to get this portfolio growing, and man, I'm just with this property. I'll only have about 8 units total after I get these. About halfway to what I'm gonna need to be financially free, with a certain amount of money every single month where I don't have to work for somebody else. That's what I'm excited about. Is every little step, every house, every unit, you know what I mean? I'm that much closer to financial freedom. I'm just super excited. I'm pumped up. I got a little bit of coffee in me. Feeling pretty good. Feeling high. You know what I mean? So, man, I don't know. But there's actually another house I want to get, and it's actually down the street from these, and because these are right next to each other, actually. And I actually seen this house when I was driving by these houses. Like, it's not on the MLS or anything. It's actually owned by one of the biggest REOs in the country, and they had a sign out front and the price was $17,900. Now the house needs rehab. It said, or you put $1,200 down and pay like $450 a month or something. So I got on their website and I checked it out. If you do the $1,200 down for $450 a month, you'd pay $40,000 for it. So it's probably like a 20, 30 year term. And actually the price was lowered to $14,500, so I was like, oh, sweet. You know, so I got the, they gave me the door code. I went in, checked it out. Needs, let me just say, it needs a roof, like 2 years ago. It needs a roof. It's got a bad roof leak where they had it tarped, but the tarp basically went in the hole. So, but basically it needs, you know, paint, flooring, and some drywall work and a roof, obviously. But you know, the drywall come down in one of the bedrooms, and then in the dining room downstairs too. But the good thing is the whole upstairs has all new drywall and all new windows. So the thing is, I didn't have the capital to do these houses and buy this house as well and then do the rehab. So I've been looking for you know, private financing and stuff, trying to figure this deal out, because I really like to get this one, because you know, say, and I actually offered them 10 grand for the house, like 10,150. It was 70% of the 14.5. But they declined, said, you know, if I could get closer to that 14.5. So, but again, I don't have the capital. So kind of hesitant, you know, to make another offer if I don't have the capital. So I'm trying to get a hold of private lenders, because what I want to do is I want to purchase this property cash, obviously. Well, that's the only way to purchase it. And then, you know, roof, do everything else to it. You know, I might do some of that work myself. I'm not going to do the roof. I don't want nothing to do with that. So, so basically, say you got $30,000 in it, and the house is worth 40 grand. You can go to a bank and get 60 to 80% of that money. You know, you do a cash out refinance on it. Basically, you just have all your money back to pay the you know, the private lender back, or to do another deal. You know, if you have a private lender, pay them back obviously first. So that's what I'm trying to do, because you could probably get $650, $675 in rent for that house, you know, after it's all said and done. Man, so I'm just super excited about everything. I wrote my goals down, and man, I tell you, that makes a big difference. If you look at them goals every day and you really put forth effort every single day to inch forward to obtain those goals, man, it's crazy. But reading a lot of books. Audible is amazing. I've read a handful of books physically, and then listened to about 7 or 8 books this year already. I listen to podcasts every day. I work about 6-7 hours a day, 7 hours a day, and I continuously listen to podcasts or listen to books on Audible. So if anybody's looking to get started, man, I'll tell you what, the information is out there. You just need to educate yourself. And man, I'm just gonna I'm looking at other ways to get wealthy. I mean, obviously, legal, legit ways, but like, there's so many different strategies. There's a thing that I've been researching, and I was super excited about it at first, and then I got away from it because I thought it was kind of a scarce mentality. I mean, in a sense it is, but in a sense it's not, because what it is, it's equity optimization using a HELOC. a HELOC that you can use, that you would use as like your main checking account. You could have all your money deposited in there, or like your paycheck or whatever. You have it put in there, because then you would pay, like, say you have a $10,000 HELOC on a property, your home equity line of credit. You take that $10,000 and you take that chunk, $10,000, and you pay it towards your, say, your primary residence mortgage. So, I mean, I've got 3 mortgages right now, and but for this strategy, you most likely do your primary residence. Basically, you're taking chunks out of that primary mortgage. I mean, yes, it's not going to lower your payment, but you're chunking it down. Say you got $100,000. Say you owe $100,000 on a house. You do this 10 times, the house is paid off. And generally, it'll take you 3 to 5 years to do this if you have a little bit of cash flow. I mean, obviously, the more cash flow you have, the faster it'll get paid off, because you take this $10,000 chunk, you put it on, you write a check straight to the mortgage company, and put extra principal payment. Obviously, you're still going to pay your mortgage every single month, but you're going to have all your extra money, all of your money, go through that HELOC. So you're paying it off, because the interest is kind of like by day. It's simple interest. It's not amortized interest like your mortgage. So by doing that, you can pay your house off 3 to 5 years. So my thing is, I've heard more about it. Like, I've listened to there's a couple podcasts. There's not much on it. And there's a guy that I get emails from him, and I can't think of his company. But basically, I mean, he charges a fee, and they do all the work to find the perfect HELOC, because not all HELOCs are the same. Anyways, Clayton Morris, I've been listening to his podcast, and he brought it up on another podcast, and I was like, it just kind of reintroduced me to it, and I'm like, man, I got to do this. But like I said, I got 3 mortgages, 2 more coming with these 2 properties that I'm gonna hopefully close on next month. So it's like, what do I want to pay off first? What mortgage do I want to pay off first? Do I want to pay off my primary and not have that payment? I mean, obviously, you're still going to have the taxes and insurance. So, but I'd be saving about $1,000 a month. But I do have another property, my 4-unit. It has flood insurance on it, right? In which that's about $200 a month just for the flood insurance. So that would be extra cash flow on that property, because you have to have flood insurance. I believe it's on the amount mortgaged. So I don't know if you pay that mortgage down, if you can get less insurance as well or not. So I don't honestly know. I would have to actually get a hold of FEMA or whoever. So so that's my dilemma on the whole equity optimization. So yeah. So it's like, what do you do? What do I pay off first? Like the houses I'm getting ready to get, those mortgages are going to be super cheap. So it's kind of like, probably shouldn't pay them off. But then the next lowest one, it's like $70,000. It's like, do I pay that off, or do I put it towards the one with the flood insurance to hopefully knock that flood insurance down? Because the thing is, that house, I know people that have been driving by that area for 30 years, and they said it's never flood, and it's right by a cornfield and a river, which, I mean, the river is not it's like a creek, basically, is what it looks like. So that's all been redammed and everything, and it's like, I actually had a elevation certificate done, and try to get a hold of the see if I get the premium lowered, because I mean, hell, it's $2,400 a year for the flood insurance because it's 2 structures, so it's 2 policies. Anyways, I can't get the damn flood, and I can't get the insurance company to call me back. So it's like, what do? Should I get a hold of FEMA? Should I keep calling the damn insurance company, or what should I do? You know what I mean? So that's my dilemma. And I obviously need to get the HELOC. I need to get the home equity line of credit before I can apply it. So should I apply it to that 4 unit, get it paid off, have no flood insurance? You know? Because I'm not worried. The whole thing with flood insurance is it's kind of a big scam. Because if you have a flood at your property with flood insurance, you make a claim, they won't accept the claim or whatever unless more people in your area are making claims also on the flood insurance. So it's kind of a big scam. Anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm on this super high, and get ready to go work out, drink some more coffee. But anyways, like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, you can email me at fastingvegan@gmail.com. So if you didn't notice, this was my Fasting Vegan vlog channel. I've changed it to FV for short, FV Real Estate Investing. So I'm going to talk about nothing but real estate investing on here, because real estate investing equals freedom. Anyways, get a hold of me. Again, much love. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.